So a couple days ago, I released a massive map tier list that also contains some tips for each of the maps that are really useful to know when you're playing in them. And in this video, I'm going to show you some of the most useful ones. In certain maps, like Dead Dog Saloon, you might have noticed that the faulty totem spawn logic makes certain totems almost guaranteed to spawn there. The one by the watermill is almost always here. You might have also noticed the two rocks near the middle of the green pantry that are almost guaranteed to have totems as well as the upstairs library of Midwich, which also almost always has a totem here. Also in Midwich, you might have noticed that sometimes classrooms spawn these really strong windows and sometimes they don't. And one way to know if your classroom is going to have a window is to look to the left of it, and if you see a breakable wall, that means that there will be 100% a window there. Also, if you're in a classroom with a window, that means that the other classroom on the other floor will not have one, and the other way around. So that's also really helpful to know. One more thing that you might not know is that the Eyrie of Crows has 4 pallet spawns, and there's always 2 of them that always spawn opposite from each other. So if you see one of them, you know where the other one is without even having to look. And then we have the Temple of Purgation, which is not guaranteed to spawn pallets in the main building on top, but if you notice that there's a wall here on the left of the main door instead of a hole, if that wall spawns, that means that you have a pallet inside, either in the back, which is really strong, or near the front, which is easy to miss. Even more interesting is the Rancid Abattoir. This map has 2 sides that are basically identical, and both of them can potentially be very good for killer. No matter which of the 2 you look at, from the middle, they will be the same. On the right, you will have a 100% chance to have a weaker tile, a pallet gym or a TL. In the middle, you will have a harvester most of the time, or the slightly stronger cow tree. And on the left, it's mostly a jungle gym, but there's also a chance that it could be a weaker tile as well, like a TL or a pallet gym too. So if you notice that one of your halves looks like this, you could definitely hold the 3-gen here very easily. And now for my personal favorite of all the tips, the ones for the chapel. This building is super strong for survivors if they know which version they have, and it's actually super easy to tell by looking at certain things. If you notice the window right next to the generator on the 2nd floor, that means that you also have the back window opposite from it, which is really strong. Take advantage of it until the killer breaks the wall. If from outside you see the window on the top of the stairs leading into it, this is also really good. It means that directly underneath it, you're going to find another really strong window until the killer also breaks the breakable wall. And even stronger than that, if you notice this elevated hole without a window here, that means that you have the strongest window of them all right next to it. And this window is really strong by itself and can sometimes connect to other stuff in very disgusting ways. Plus, there's another window opposite from it too. So definitely take advantage of this. And if you want to see more tips like this for every map, check out the description and the pinned comment for a link to the full video.